going from 233 to around 151 in the ATP ranking when they come out later tonight. Hi, questions for Lleyton?
How difficult it is to return his service?
Yeah, it's hard. Obviously on this court it's probably harder, I think. Hard court or obviously clay court. Hard court obviously with a truer bounce, I guess, can sometimes make it a little bit easier, I think. Whereas out there you're sort of second guessing yourself sometimes on the return to serve, and if it gets close to a line you really don't know sometimes where it's going to go. A couple of bounce over my head. So that's the tough thing, to try and get rhythm on the return to serve.
Because how about the trajectory? He's so big. The ball's coming. He's so unusual.
Yeah, well it's different, but a little bit on these grass courts it probably doesn't bounce up quite as high normally unless it hits something, or the ones that bounce over my head, they hit something on the court. That's not normal. But obviously on a hard court it is totally different because it is coming from a totally different height.
How tough was it mentally to lose your first two serves in the tiebreak right there?
Yeah, that was a tough part. I was probably playing up the worst end as well. That was the tougher end to start that tiebreak. I was a little bit against the breeze and the sun was there. So it was a little bit tougher, I felt, to serve up that end. So that was a bit unlucky to start that tiebreak, and then playing against a guy like John. And, if you're down a couple of mini breaks, it's pretty tough to get back from there. So that was sort of uphill. I had to sort of take my chance when I had that break point at 2-all in the first set. And, he hit a good first serve. I was on it, but just got a bit too much on it.
Decided to return to start the game. Were you that confident you could return to serve well enough?
I do that a lot of times, so it's no different.
So even if you're not American, the people love you, call your name and clap you. How do you feel? So how do you feel it?
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. I had a lot of support out there today, which was great. Obviously playing anyone from their home country, you never know how the crowd's going to be, and it was fantastic. The crowds all week have been really supportive of me, and I guess they're happy that I've come back after such a long time.
Everybody you played this week referred to it was an honor to share the court with you, and then they said they hope they're here one day when you're inducted. What's that like to hear by someone? Does it make you take a step back and say, I never really thought of myself that way, or
it makes you feel a lot older? While you're still playing, I don't think you think about that stuff too much. Well, I don't. It's hard enough. You're always just trying to improve your game and trying to keep up with the younger guys coming up. The game's always changing and getting tougher, so it's not something you focus on and you look back on. But obviously, I had so much success at such a young age that it's been 10 or 12 years. So I don't know. When I do retire, obviously it'll be a great honour if you do get inducted here. And as I've said all week, for me, I know Australian tennis history pretty well, and it would be great to be put alongside some of those great legends.
After coming back for so much, sorry, go ahead.
No, I haven't. I've been flat out this week, singles and doubles and that. So yeah, I've had a little years ago, but not this.
After coming back for so much adversity physically, do you think this week has done for your confidence going further in the season?
Oh, it's done a lot of good. It's a lot of positives to come out of this week. It's been, grass is a tough surface to come back on after any kind of surgery, and especially foot surgery where my movement is such a big thing, because on grass you're always in the wrong positions a lot of times, so you've got to have that confidence in your footwork. And even at Wimbledon I didn't feel totally comfortable with my footwork, and it's taken matches and practice and a lot of time over the last week and a half here in Newport, and I feel like that's starting to come, which is a good thing. Not only for the Olympics in a couple of weeks' time, but obviously looking forward to the US Open and the rest of the year.
Coming back to the crowd support issue, all over the world, you have more support now than maybe when you were at the top?
I think as you get older, for some reason they always start going for the older guys, trying to still be out there playing, I guess. I've seen it with a lot of the older guys, I guess. They probably don't know how long you're going to be around for playing either.
Given how you're feeling now, Lleyton, and the success you had here, can you project how long you might keep going?
No. yeah, as I said, this is another comeback for me, and you know, trying to come back, and yeah, there were surgeons who said that I wouldn't be possible. So for me, it's just a matter of doing everything in my power, and as I keep saying, this week's been great. There's a lot of positives to take out of it, and moving forward, obviously, the Olympics, the US Open and Davis Cup tie, and then my main focus after that will be getting in as good a shape as possible for the Australians.
Lleyton, you've got about 2 weeks to the Olympics. Do you have any plans for the family until then?
No, it's I'll probably get there at least a week or so early anyway, and start preparing and doing all the right things over there in London, and check out how the Wimbledon courts are again, and the Olympics, there's a lot going on as well around the place, so it's important to try and just focus on what you've got to do as well, and try and prepare for everything, and not look at the whole, get wrapped up too much in the whole big picture.
Are you going to be staying in Olympic Village?
Yeah, at this stage. I may stay out at Wimbledon a couple of nights as well, it just depends. I think it's quite a drive from Wimbledon to the village. So.
Has it been fun to have your children with you on this trip?
Yeah, no, it's been great. It's always great having Beck and the kids around. So yeah, it's pretty relaxing. You don't have to worry about talking tennis and stuff when you go home. You're just doing normal stuff.
Anything else?